Power corrupts, we know, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. When John Acton said this, he forgot to add that power also knows no limit. Once you taste it, you cannot stop, it seems. Case in point, the Afghan Taliban. They claim control over 90% of Afghanistan's borders, and now they want more. The Taliban is setting the terms of engagement. What do they want? The Afghan president's ouster. They say President Ashraf Ghani must step down. Why? For the sake of peace, they say. Taliban leader Suhail Shaheen gave an interview to the Associated Press. He said the Taliban will only lay down their weapons when a negotiated government is installed in Kabul. In other words, for there to be any scope for peace, President Ghani must go. Now let's get one thing clear. The Taliban is not interested in peace. It wants power. It wants Kabul. It wants to install a Taliban leader as the leader of Afghanistan. It wants to restore the Islamic Emirate, to establish a Sharia regime, a theocracy. The Taliban wants to once again rule Afghanistan, and that's exactly what they're working towards. Did the world see this coming? Of course it did. It all began when the US decided to legitimize the terror group by bringing it to the talking table. Washington weakened Kabul by leaving it out of the talks completely. In February 2020, the US struck a so-called peace deal with the Taliban. It happily agreed to the complete withdrawal of troops. In exchange, the Taliban agreed to not use the Afghan soil against the security of America and its allies. Did any peace flow out of the deal? Forget peace, the Taliban refused to even agree to a ceasefire. They continued fighting Afghan forces. 1 month into the deal, headlines in the US media said the White House has intel that the Taliban will not abide by the agreement. By April, the Taliban leadership was openly threatening to overrun the Afghan government. It has not even been a month since US troops left the Bagram air base, and the Taliban is already putting riders for peace, dictating the terms of engagement, demanding the removal of a democratically elected president. This is a classic example of why terror and talk should never be allowed to go hand in hand. It is also a reminder of America's massive failure in Afghanistan. And where is Kabul in all of this? Afghanistan's defense ministry says the Taliban's claim of controlling 90% of Afghanistan's borders is an absolute lie. His words, absolute lie. Quick reminder, the Taliban claims to have captured Afghanistan's key border crossings, including the ones with Iran, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and Pakistan. Kabul insists that government forces are in control of these frontiers. Again, there is no way to verify these claims from either side. There are no clear answers for anything that's happening in Afghanistan right now, but here's what's crystal clear. Afghanistan is a security concern for the entire region. There is fear of violence spilling over and a fresh surge in migration. Afghan civilians and troops are already fleeing to neighboring countries, including Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Afghanistan's southern neighbor Pakistan has refused to take in more refugees. Tajikistan says it is ready to shelter up to 100,000 refugees. What if the numbers exceed 100,000? Dushanbe says it will then be forced to turn to international groups for help. Meanwhile, India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar met with Afghan peace negotiator Abdullah Abdullah in New Delhi earlier today. Reports say Abdullah was on a private visit to India. Jaishankar tweeted about the meeting. India, remember, is a major stakeholder in Afghanistan. In the past, India has supported a peace process that's Afghan-led, Afghan-owned, and Afghan-controlled. It was only yesterday that India's External Affairs Ministry said that New Delhi supports the government and the people of Afghanistan in realizing their aspiration for a peaceful, democratic and prosperous future. Follow this space for more. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.